I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I kind of want to do some more fishing and dancing. Then again, the break time is over, even if it did just last for one video. Anywho guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country. I'm your host Shadow HB3 and I'm ready to entertain. In the last episode we took a break from our adventure to play some mini games in the GBA version so we can earn more photographs, and in this episode we'll get back into the swing of things, see what I did there, and start the fourth world of the game, Gorilla Glacier. Now to talk a little bit about this world, it's an Arctic wasteland. It's located at the top of DK Island, and it contains some levels that will take place in snow-covered mountains. There's also one that takes place in a frozen river, and we even have levels that take place in a few caves, including one extremely dark one. There are once again there are a total of 6 levels. There's also a boss fight, of course, and I just have to say, when comparing the map in this game to the one in the GBA version, I like the GBA version more just because not only of the design of where the levels take place, but it's the one instance where you actually start on the right side of the map as opposed to the left side, almost like you're reading a manga in a sense. So, anyway, let's go ahead and we'll start off with our first level of this world, Snow Barrel Blast. This is the one of the most hated levels, and you guys are going to find out here soon enough why. But beforehand, what you're going to want to do is jump on this igloo. We have a bonus barrel we can get if you just wait for this Necky to appear to the left, and then jump on top of it. It'll take boost you up to a bonus level. Just have a simple find the token. In this case, we're trying to find a Winky token, which thankfully I seem to have no problem doing these. I'm trying to talk. This is all just about paying attention, but now you guys will see later on why this level's tough. I mean, you're already seeing it a little bit right now. The traction in this level and a few of the other levels is going to be pretty difficult to deal with as we get ourselves another extra life, thankfully. So there's the traction issue, so you of course don't want to go too far. The other thing we're going to deal with is something that you're going to see happening right now. As a matter of fact, if you paid attention to this background, the sky did change colors, so it's a little bit darker than what it was when we started the level. Actually, what's happening now is you can see snow falling in the background. What's going to eventually happen is we're going to be dealing with having to complete this level in a full-fledged blizzard. And why DK just temporarily froze there was weird if you guys saw that. So we're gonna have to deal with that, and then of course these barrel cannons, we're gonna have to deal with those a lot near the end of the level, so it's not going to be fun at all. Now, here's something cool. Do you guys hear how that steel keg sounded when I threw it up against the wall? And right there? Apparently that's a sound font issue. Of course, that's not what the steel keg has sounded like when you all have paid attention to how it sounds when we first encountered them to begin with. It has a unique sound that's more ideal, but we're not going to really see the effects until later on in this game. But for now, as you can see, now that we've got to the midway point, we are in a full-fledged blizzard now, which makes things pretty tough. Thankfully, we'll have to worry about it for just one, or for this level, and then for one other level that's snow mountain related. So after you get to the midway point, go to the left, take out the Crusher. You'll find a bonus level if you just drop down below. Here you can move yourself around, but just make sure you at least get yourself shot out of the middle, so that way you get the golden letter O. Now as we go towards the end, these barrels are going to be spinning fast, and if that wasn't an indication of anything, then I'm going to have a hard time trying to show you all what I'd like to show you here. So, but we do have one other bonus level we need to get, so let's get that first, and then we will of course deal with the trouble. So what you're going to want to do here, normally you would want to shoot yourself right, but instead of doing that, fire yourself straight down. See what I mean? Already having trouble. We're not at the more difficult stretch just yet, but thankfully there's a DK barrel here. But you want to shoot yourself straight down. You'll land on a platform, and here's where you're going to find the third and final bonus level. It'll shoot you right up to the golden letter N. So, thing to keep in mind with this one looks similar to what we've seen in Barrel Cannon Canyon back way back when, I should say, but instead of the barrels spinning, or instead of the barrels moving up and down, they just rotate in place and they spin faster. But I'm obviously not good at making my timing down, although I am with getting that Rambi token, even though the barrel spins fast. Okay, so here's the final stretch of the game, where we're basically going to have to make sure we're timing our firing out of these barrel cannons correctly. And what makes it difficult is, of course, You know, they spin fast. You want to kind of delay yourself just a little bit so that way you don't fire yourself too early or too far ahead. Not to mention we have to deal with these zingers, and then of course the blizzard that's there to distract us. Just makes for not fun. So forgive me if I'm taking a little bit more time than I should here. If I weren't talking, I probably could get through this pretty quick, but I want to show you all this because, I mean, this is typically what you would need to do if you didn't want to do what would be the case, although I think I'm going to fail here. I want to complete this with Diddy Kong, but I may not end up having the chance here. We'll just see. But yeah, I mean, now we have to deal with barrels that not only rotate, but now they're moving up and down, and all these zingers. It's just, you can see now why this level is probably one of the more hated levels. So of course that's where you get the G. If you go through this portion of the path, there was something that I didn't mention there beforehand, before we started this area, where there is a shortcut you can take if you want. You just have to fire yourself straight down from the third barrel, and you'll be able to collect the G golden letter that way if you want. But I want to do things the legitimate way if I can, and we're almost done here. If I can time myself, these zingers here we go. This one and the other one here are a pain in the butt to try to get through here, but we are almost at the end. I almost wish I had used Diddy first. Alright, one more area to go through and then we're done. We did it! Alright, success. And I thought maybe in one of these areas there's a blue balloon that you can actually get if you fire yourself out fast enough, but unfortunately I was a little too slow. But okay, well, I didn't quite complete it with Diddy like I was hoping to keep my pattern going, but you know what, that's okay. It's no big deal. We're going to just make sure we have Diddy complete the boss. So that was really, all things aside, a pretty difficult level to deal with, but thankfully we don't have any photographs to worry about getting. So we'll just go ahead and continue on with the second level of this world, Slip Slide Ride, and I'll just have Diddy complete this one if I can make sure I get him, of course. But now this level's unique in another different way. We are in a cave, but this one's, of course, since this one's up in the snowy mountaintops, this is an ice cavern. It's got a unique tune here called Ice Cave Chant, which I find pretty interesting. But before we even get too far into that, if you saw that rope, which is going to be the theme of this level, you're just going to want to take that up using the critter as extra jumping height, and you'll take yourself up to the top, and then to the left you'll see a barrel that you can throw up against the wall, and that will give you access to the first of 2 bonus levels in this game. So, or in this world rather.
Okay.
Not this world, or level. World, level, game. It's all the same to me, I guess. Especially if you're trying to play through this and record this all at once. Okay, so the theme with Slip Slide Ride, you're going to be not only dealing with rough traction, but now these ropes, we're going to have to use them to make sure we maneuver our way up and down. These blue ropes will slide you back up, but you can also resist if you push down and hold on the run button. You can slowly but surely make your way back down, and you're going to have to do that in some instances because there will be zingers that will be waiting for you at the top, and then these red ones, although I think they're more purple, they will slow your descent, or they will descend you down, or make you go down, and then you'll just have to, of course, steady yourself there too. And then here you can see this is the second bonus level of this level. All you just have to do is take that barrel that I got, hold it up against the wall with Diddy. It's better to get Diddy to hold it up rather than Donkey because of those 2 zingers. And of course, with Donkey Kong holding it overhead, it's easy for him to destroy it or take out a zinger with it, and then you don't have a barrel to work with to get that bonus level. So just like that, we have 2 bonus levels found. We do have one other one that we need to get in this level, but we'll get it a little bit later here. But no, I think back to this level, Slip Slide Ride. This is the only time we'll actually get a chance to hear this song, Ice Cave Chant, is what the track is called. But what I find interesting is the fact that in the GBC version of this game, you actually hear this in the Snow Mountain levels. So you actually get to hear this. Or you only get to hear it once here, but in the GBC version, you get to hear it at least twice here. So I don't know. I just find it a little weird. And that was really close for me to being caught or getting hit. So I was fortunate that time. All right, I think we're good to go. I can complete this stretch here, no problem. So should be good with Diddy. Can take him up the rest of the way for right now, anyways. Use this critter to jump, get an extra jump up to take this rope up to the top. You'll get the golden letter O here. That's about it. You'll want to, or that's all you'll want to get up here. You jump down from the top. You saw that cache revealed an ungotten token, but I temporarily got myself too far off the screen, and now it went away. Not that it matters once again, but. And for the record, guys, I wasn't even pushing myself forward. I just let myself get taken down or by the traction, or let the lack of traction, rather, just move me forward. Now, here's a stretch where, of course, you're going to want to make sure you don't go up too far because there are these zingers, but you just want to make your way up steadily up these ropes. You'll find the third and final bonus level right here. And this one, you're just having to climb up and down ropes. So I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can get most of these bananas, even though it's not the most necessary thing in the world. We almost have enough for an extra life. Let me get it! Please let me get it! I just want to get it. Okay, good. So we're just making our way up and down and up and down. Up and down and all around. Credit for those of you who know where that comes from, or what game that comes from. But no, that's all the bonus levels for this level, so we are finished with that. Now, here's a tough thing. The golden letter N is actually in this portion right here. There's two ropes that you can take. One will take you up where you really are ultimately needing to go, and that's left. But if you really do want to collect the golden letter, or all of them, then you are going to need to take this rope up here. I'm going to try to see if I can get it. And I do not remember the zingers flying that fast in the GBA version. Anyways, they fly much faster in this one than they do in that one. And I just had Diddy, and then I had Donkey, and now I just lost both. Fun. Okay, guys, yeah, like I was saying, yeah, it's right over there on this left side, the golden letter N is, should you want to get it, but of course you'd be ready to sacrifice a Kong in order to get it, so not really worth it in this case, since it's nothing, or not worth anything else other than adding to getting an extra life. Now, we are just about done with the with this level here. This one's fairly lengthy, but I just hate that this is the only ice cavern level here in this game. As we get close to the end, I'm trying to think if there's any other tidbits I should let you all know about for this level. Oh yes, I think there are two levels here, or not two arrow signs, but if you notice this arrow sign right here, this one's actually pointing to the left to get up your way up to the exit, not normally to the right. So there's something a little unique about this level that's, in addition to the track that plays here is unique, it's also the only place you'll actually get to see an arrow pointing left and not right. But in any case, that's not really much else I can say, so let's go ahead and exit the level. Alright, and since I got it flip-flopped, who was supposed to do what, I'll go ahead and stay with Diddy, rather, for Age Alley. But we're not going to start that just yet, because we do have a photograph that I would like to show you all that's unique to Slip Slide Rise. So what I'm going to do here is cut to the GBA version, and I will show you all how you can get this photograph. So I'll see you all over there in just a moment. Okay guys, here we are in the GBA version of Slip Slide Ride. We are basically just a little ways just past where you get the third bonus level of this level, where you have the decision to climb up one of the two vines. The very far vine on the right, you know, where it has the gold letter N. We're just past that point. You see these two zingers right up here. There's a rope right up where you go to the top if you climb the left side and don't destroy the zingers to get your way to this point. All you'll just need to do to get this photograph is just take this rope all the way up, not down, but up rather, and it is right there, and then you jump off. And for that split second moment, I forgot how the controls worked on the SNES. than trying to translate them from the Game Boy Advance control. So, but that is how you get the photograph exclusively here in Slipslide Ride. So with that, let's go ahead and get back to the SNES version. I'll see you guys there in a moment. Okay guys, we are back. So let's go ahead and play our final level of this video, Age Alley. Now, something to think about here, in this game, it's actually the third level, but in the GBA version, it's actually fourth. This one in the underwater frozen level, which we'll get into in the next episode, will be fourth in this game. Now, something unique here, this is the only other level, of course, that takes place in the snowy mountaintops, but this one, of course, unlike before, when we started clear and ended with a blizzard. This one starts out with a blizzard, but it also starts out with the fact that we don't necessarily start back from the beginning, or from the actual beginning right away, per se. So if you make your way left here, yep, there's bananas here, there's the golden letter K, and there's also espresso, which I find odd that espresso is in this level to begin with, because of the fact that even though he's going to be helpful in this, no doubt, because we're going to have to deal with swinging across a lot of ropes and crossing over some large abysses. Birds normally, or most birds generally, cannot survive this kind of cold weather. You can see the blizzard's starting to let up here, so it's completely doing the opposite of what we had to deal with before. But no, ostriches should not be able to survive this kind of weather, so why espresso is in here is just kind of, you know, it's out of element, let's just say. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to abandon him temporarily because we want to take these neckies, bounce off of them, and we'll get shot into a second bonus level. Or, not second, but the first bonus level here of this level. But just as soon as we say goodbye, we get to say hello once again, because he's waiting on the end should you not fall off. But it's good that you at least clear that bonus level and get him back, because you are going to need him to get the other bonus level in this game. But I'm going to do the best I can to not lose him. I mean, we really need him to not just get this bonus level, but to cross over the other portions of the large abysses. So I just hate the fact that he cannot attack. And I also hate the fact that I have no traction to deal with these mini neckies here. I think they're just as deadly as neckies themselves, just because they spit coconuts and they can also turn around. I don't think they can turn around in the GBA version, if I remember correctly. Okay, anyways. Thankfully we got another DK barrel back, so or we'll get Diddy back, no problem. Let's continue over this stretch here. We should be getting close to the point where we'll actually really need espresso to close. Of course. Okay guys, so bad news. Unfortunately, we cannot get espresso back any other place in this level, and that's sad, because like I said, we need him to get this other bonus level, which ultimately requires you jumping off and flying across from here. This is also how you get the golden letter N, but unfortunately we can't do that because we lost him, and we have no way of going back there unless we clear the level first. So I'll have to show you guys how to get that here a little later, but let's have some more fun with this steel keg, which makes more unique noises when you throw it up against the wall here. Again, sound font issue. Not sure how this ends up happening anyway. Why am I even keeping this to begin with? I wonder what unique sound that is, but oh well, in any case. Since really there's not much else I can say about this level, let's just go ahead and see if we can get to the exit. So, get our pointless G. This Manky Kong is in a really tough spot. These steep hills are really problematic, especially for when you're playing or riding Espresso, the only animal buddy other than one other one that cannot attack. So, that's unfortunate. Alright, so since I didn't get that second bonus level, that means I'm going to have to quickly cut back to where I can get that. Thankfully, what we can do is once we select it, we can just, or get it, I mean, we can do a start and select and then just automatically exit the level and it'll save. So, I'll see you guys back at that point with the Espresso here in just a moment. Give me just 1 sec to get there. Okay guys, here we are at the point just where I gotten bitten by that claptrap. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a running start and then jump and hover your way over This is where you'll find the golden letter N, and ultimately where you'll find the second bonus level of this game. So this one is another stop the barrel, but you can basically stop it and get however many balloons you want. So I'm going to try to see if I can get the rare blue balloon here, so we don't get to hear that 3 live count that often anyways. And this one is actually pretty simple here. I mean, there's only 3 selections, so you shouldn't have any problem making a match unless you just want to clear through this pretty quick if you're doing a speed run or anything. But that is how you get that second bonus level. So with that, rather than dealing with Manky Kong's barrels, let's go ahead and start select, be done with this level. So that does now officially complete Age Alley as far as what we need to get. So the only other thing we'll need to do in this episode is show you off where you can get a few things. There is a sticker pad that you can get in the GBC version here in this level, so we'll show that off first, and then we'll also show off where you can get a photograph that's exclusive to Age Alley as well too. So I'm going to cut to the GBC version, and I'll see you all over there in just a moment. Okay guys, here we are in Age Alley in the GBC version, and before we get started, I have 2 things to say. One, I still can't believe that we're hearing this tune and this level, and the other snow level for that matter, Snow Barrel Blast, twice rather than just once. You know, I thought this was supposed to be a fairly decent copy off of what the SNES version had, but I guess I was wrong. Second, control scheme or the hitboxes in this game are totally terrible, if I didn't make that point earlier. But anyways, forget about me complaining. Let's just worry about getting the sticker pad. So where we are right now is just before the exit, as you can tell by the arrow sign. We just crossed over a platform, the previous platform, try saying that 3 times fast, had a golden letter G above it. And so as you can see to the right, we have the green bananas right here, but oddly enough you can collect it, but that's not where the picture is. It's actually going to be on this platform here. So just go ahead and do a con clap and you'll collect the 4th sticker just like that. So we are roughly about a third of the way through. We still have 2 more stickers to go before we actually are officially a third of the way through collecting the sticker pad. So anyways, that takes care of that. So I will see you all here in the GBA version in just a moment so we can collect the photograph that is exclusive to Age Alley. See you guys in a moment. Okay guys, here we are in the GBA version of Age Alley. So what you're going to want to do is position yourself just after the continue barrel, right where you pass the area where you're essentially, if you don't have espresso, you'd be swinging over 2 ropes, and there would be a bouncing tire that's stationary right in between. So it's just after that part where we're at right now. So what you're going to want to do is jump up to this second gap, not this first one I mean, but the second one after that. You can see that there's something right down below. It's a photograph, so you're going to want to go where this banana is, drop down, get the photograph easily. There'll be an auto fire barrel waiting to shoot you back up, so that way you don't fall to your doom getting a photograph, because then that would be the utter sacrifice in this game, dying just to get something valuable. So that takes care of that, and we're done with Age Alley. But what I do want to do, rather than cut back to the SNES version, I actually want to cut back to the overworld for Gorilla Glacier here in this version of the game, so that way we can get one other photograph before we finish up this video. So I'll see you guys back in the overworld for Gorilla Glacier here in just a moment for this game. Okay guys, I just finished up Age Alley here in the GBA version, so we're back in the overworld for Gorilla Glacier. And so what I want you to do now is collect another photograph, which involves playing one of the Animal Buddies bonus levels. The first time we did this, we actually completed the photograph, or obtained the photograph, playing through Espresso's bonus level. So this time around we're going to play through Unguard's bonus level. So what I'm going to do now is cut until I get, or cut to the point rather, to where I have 3 Unguard tokens, and then we're going to play through Unguard's bonus level and get the photograph there. So I will see you guys at that point in just a moment. Okay guys, we're back here at Slipslide Ride. I'm going to go ahead and collect this final Unguard bonus token that I need. We'll have 3 in a row, and now we'll get to play the bonus level here for Unguard. So let's do that. In order to get the photograph in this bonus level, what you're going to want to do is collect 400 tokens. So the easiest way to do that would be just like how I showed you all. The best way to get the most tokens with On Guard is to just fly, or just quickly swim your way through to the 4 main quadrants. Go to the first 3, which is at the top, the second one here being on the left, and then the third one being on the right. You should have no problem getting 200, or 400 rather, which is the target goal. And you're going to want to, of course, for quadrants 2 and 3, you're going to want to make sure you keep rapidly pushing the jab button with On Guard, because he moves slow horizontally, doesn't even move much faster vertically speaking here. So that way you'll give yourself enough time, because you just want to make sure you have enough time to actually do that, so you can get all the photographs you need. But with that, we are done, so let's get back to the SNES version. Okay guys, we are back, and we are finished with everything that I wanted to do in this episode today, so we'll go ahead and sign out. Before we do, though, I should say that Snow Barrel Blast, I mean, I'm just speechless as to just how insanely difficult your barrel cannon section is. You should not be the first level to lead off a world at all, but that's all I got to say about that. Anyways, guys, if you like what you saw in this video, please subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And in the next episode, we will finish off Gorilla Glacier, which is good because I hate cold weather climates anyway. So we'll start off with Croctopus Chase at that time. But until then, this is Shadow HB3 signing out, telling you guys, as always, stay perky. I will see you all next time.